Jersey, and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
Pick Your Cards is located on Route 46 in Ledgewood. Our huge inventory can be shopped online at pickyourcards.com, where you can use the code BIGSTATESPORTS for an extra discount.
The groups that brought down the house, the legends who changed the world of music, iconic moments of our lives captured for eternity by the great photographers of our time, all on display and for sale at Legends Gallery at Frames on Main in Chatham. Own the moments and keep alive your most treasured memories. And don't miss our huge gallery of sports art and memorabilia, or our expert framing of your most valued memories and keepsakes. Legends Gallery at Frames on Main in Chatham.
Paul Beers of KJM Financial takes the stress out of college planning. Sign up for one of these college planning workshops coming up soon.
Mike Rossi of Weichert Realty has extensive knowledge of the North Jersey real estate market and guides you through the different steps and directions along the way. Reach out to him for a free consultation at myrossiteam.com.
Oof, stuck paying for that old phone? Don't be. You know, at Verizon, we'll pay off your phone, and you'll get iPhone 16 with Apple Intelligence on us. Now with Genmoji. That's a value of up to $1,600. Only on Verizon.
KJM Financial, helping families navigate the college application and financial aid process since 1988. Visit njcollegeguy.com to schedule your free consultation today.
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more, for me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed, a simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
If you live in Andover, Blairstown, Byram, Frankfurt, Franklin, Frieden, Frelinghuysen, Greene, Hampton, Hardwick, Hope, Knowlton, Lafayette, Newton, Sparta, Stillwater, Sussex, and Wantage, Planet Networks is building high-speed fiber in your neighborhood. Visit getplanetfiber.com today to learn more.
At Pascarella Brothers, we love creating great food for our customers.
Everything is made daily using real fresh ingredients, and you can taste the difference.
We specialize in creating gluten-free options for our customers, all prepared in a separate area so there's no cross-contamination.
We also pride ourselves on providing unparalleled catering for events big and small.
We love what we do.
Stop into Pascarella Brothers.
You'll taste the difference.
This broadcast is made possible for you by the Chatham Club, a proud supporter of Chatham Athletics, and where fitness is always close to home.
Have you or someone you love been seriously injured? The personal injury lawyers of Einhorn, Barbarito, Frost, Botwinick, Nunn, and Musmano can help you seek compensation to ease the road of recovery ahead. To learn more, visit us at einhornlawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito, with you every step of the way.
Hi, I'm Dan from George J. Keller & Sons. My family-owned company has provided superior service to local homeowners since 1980. And based on the strength of our commitment to you and your positive reviews and feedback, we are now a GAF 3-star President's Club winner. That's right, one of 30 winners out of 2,600 Master Elite dealers nationwide. Our seasoned pros provide the best service and quality products from beginning to end of your project. Give us a call today for your free estimate.
Paul Beers of KJM Financial takes the stress out of college planning. Sign up for one of these college planning workshops coming up soon.
This broadcast is made possible for you by the Chatham Club. Join in January for $0 down and get 3 free personal training sessions.
Don't just live in your home, love it with quality kitchens and bathrooms from Special Editions in Rockaway. Our talented design team will work with you from consultation through completion of your cabinetry to ensure your complete satisfaction. Special Editions is a family-owned and operated business since 1978. Call to make an appointment to meet our designers and visit our showroom with over 50 beautiful kitchen and bath displays. Let Special Editions transform your space from home to dream home.
Open Road Mazda of Morristown is your go-to for reliable and affordable vehicles. We offer a wide range of options to match your style and needs. First-time buyers, discover the joy of buying with confidence with our 5-day money-back guarantee. Your journey begins here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown.
Einhorn Barbarito, Frost, Botwinick, Nunn & Musmano is a full-service law firm guiding you through divorce, estate planning, personal injury, criminal defense, and other life-changing events. To learn more, visit us at einhornlawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito, with you every step of the way.
When the storm hits, don't let your roof quit. We are fast, we are strong, we get it done right.
Wow, I need that roofer.
That's Proven Roofing. They're the best. For roofs that last, just give us a ring. Proven Roofing. We do everything.
Third down to give. Montella cuts back up the middle, and he's over 1,000 yards, and he's off to the races.
Up in the air, blocked down!
Dumping in, wide open net. Too easy right there. Ollie Chapman, she'll take off from the wing. That one's good.
Webb trying to get the pin.
Here we go.
And it got it! That would win it for Warren Hill.
Great senior night ceremony here at Lenby Valley High School.
A 63 save performance by Casey Connor, the Crimson.
And he break his record. Penty Edwards wins it.
First game of your conference schedule.
So good, and we're all so pumped. We're just happy to
Lineups ahead tonight on more Sussex Sports.
Good evening and welcome to the gymnasium here at the Community College of Morris for a spectacular event. It is the Morris County Tournament Finals in girls basketball and a game between two of the top dogs in the entire state. We have the Chatham Cougars and the Morris Catholic Crusaders. Chatham obviously ranked number 5 in the state, but Morris Catholic ranked number 2 in the country. So a huge tilt out here in Randolph, New Jersey, and for that reason, it is our Einhorn Barbarito game of the week. Einhorn Barbarito, Frost, Botwinick, Nunn, and Musmano is a full-service law firm guiding you through divorce, estate planning, personal injury, criminal defense, and other life-changing events. To learn more, visit einhornlawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito with you every step of the way. As we are coming to you live again from the Einhorn Barbarito broadcast booth. This game is also brought to you by Open Road Cadillac. At Open Road Cadillac in Florham Park, they have the top luxury vehicles available in the Cadillac lineup. That's not all. Explore a huge and carefully inspected pre-owned and certified pre-owned inventory. Call or visit their showroom today. Check them out at morristown.cadillac.com. We'd also like to thank our local sponsors, Pipeworks Services. When it comes to finding a great home service company in Chatham, New Jersey, and the surrounding area, you have hit the jackpot with Pipeworks Services. We've been the first choice for plumbing, HVAC, electrical, and home installation services throughout the area for years. We are your caring, trusted experts and a family business that truly cares about your comfort, safety, and satisfaction. Call them today at 973-298-1961. We'd also like to thank Open Road Mazda of Morristown. First-time car buyers, listen up. Open Road Mazda of Morristown has your back. Discover affordable, dependable vehicles for less than $15,000, backed by a rock-solid 5-day money-back guarantee. Drive with confidence. Drive with Open Road Mazda of Morristown. Check the link in the description for more details. I'd like to thank Blue Nail Exteriors, treating every home as if it's our own at Blue Nail Exteriors, being your trusted experts in residential exterior services since 2016. From roofing and siding to windows and doors, we're committed to delivering quality craftsmanship, professional service, and long-lasting results. Choose knowledge, choose results, choose Blue Nail Exteriors for your home. John F. Rimley, attorney at law. Secure your family's future with expert estate planning. Protect your assets and ensure your loved ones are cared for. Call them today at Rimley US or Rimley.us or call them at 908-268-1472. I'd also like to thank Precision Tree and Landscaping. They believe in offering a custom approach to tree care and removal, keeping the safety of both your trees and your property in the highest priority. They've been licensed tree experts with 30 years of experience and even offer 24-hour service. Visit them at PrecisionTreeAndLandscape.com. And finally, we'd like to thank our friends at Metro Exhibits, a full-service trade show company with 3 locations across the country in New Jersey, Orlando, and Las Vegas. We sell and rent trade show exhibits for any industry and also provide the services that go along with the exhibit, including the trucking and on-site labor. Visit them at metroexhibits.com or email Phil Zamloot at pzamloot@metroexhibits.com. And by the way, it is 23 degrees outside here in Randolph, New Jersey, which is brought to you by ICS. Keeping you cool when it's hot, warm when it's cold. Go to ICSHVAC.com for all of your comfort needs. My name is Zach Smolin, joined by Christian Copen. Christian, our resident basketball expert here at Big State Sports. I want you to break down Chatham in this game because they are a top 5 team in the entire state, but they are still taking on a Goliath, not with the number 1 team, not only the number 1 team in the state against them, but the number 2 in the entire country. What does Chatham have to do right to keep pace in this game?
I think the biggest thing that what Chatham has to do is just play consistent in what they've done throughout this entire season. 25-1 for a reason. Their only loss was to Immaculate Heart by 4 points, so they were even close in that game. And when you look at their schedule, too, they beat a bunch of top 10 teams out there, like Manasquan, like Hudson Catholic at one point when they were out there earlier in the season to start. So they are a very, very good team. They play great competition. And the biggest thing for them is they need to hit some of their free throw shots. Heading into the day, not the best free throw percentages. Some girls that are hovering right around that 75% mark, 75% for Grace Cloud, 70% for Ella Cruiser, 79% for Arden Alvarez. But the rest of the team, especially for some of the more experienced players, you want to hit those clutch free throw shots because in a game against Morris Catholic, who, as you mentioned before, was number 1 in the state, they're not going to make many mistakes. And when you look at them as a whole, you realize that just by looking at their national rank, which is number 2.
Yeah, and this team does everything right. They have so many different college commits out here. Maya and Mia Paldo both committed to Tennessee, and the list doesn't even end there. It just starts there. Pretty much everybody on this roster has college basketball in their future. You think about Jax Edelman, who is out there. She could be the best player in the state next year. She has multiple Division I offers. Kennedy Brown's got 61 scholarship offers from the Ivy and the Patriot League. And Daniela Mattis is another commit. She's going to Loyola Chicago, after her high school career is done. And one thing we know for sure about this game, though, Christian, is that there are going to be three-pointers all over the place.
Yeah, when you look at the Paldo twins, obviously that's what they do, but they're also good in the paint as well, so you're going to see them mix it up every now and again, keep the defenses honest, and drive inside every now and again where you might think a 3 is coming. So the defense might be a little more preservative or a little bit more aggressive in that sort of scenario. And overall, I mean, no matter where you look on this team, they have really good size. A couple of girls over 6 foot on this team. I mean, Morgan Folston, 6'3" as a sophomore. You don't see
silly.
those types of heights, especially that young as a sophomore. So really a really well-rounded team. They have so many girls that are over the 200-point mark. It's pretty astronomical, and they're all a very young team. You have the Paldo twins with that senior leadership and have been here through all 4 years and kind of carrying the team in the front part of it. But it's the entire team that really makes this really a full, well-oiled machine overall.
Yeah, and they're trying to win their their 4th title in a row. The last time they did that was from 2013 to 2016. Those were in the Stella Johnson, Alexa Giuliano days, and should be a lot of fun. Chatham has been to the final a lot, Christian, but making it over that final hump has always been a challenge for them. They lost this game last year by a lot against the same Morris Catholic team. Mia Paldo was the player of the game in that one. In a 73-41 victory. This is the first time this Morris Catholic team, Christian, has faced the same opponent back-to-back years in this Morris County tournament final. So should be a ton of fun. A lot of basketball experience on both sides as we'll turn things over to the public address.
New Jersey for the championship game of the 50th annual Morris County Girls Basketball Tournament. Our game tonight is the Clash of the Titans. We got the number 2 seed, the Cougars of Chatham, coming in with a record of 21-5 and ranked number 5 in the state, versus the number 1 seed, the Crusaders of Mars Catholic, coming into tonight's game with a record of 21-0. They are ranked number 1 in the state and number 2 in the USA. Today's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated and subject the violator to ejection and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Everyone is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this competition a high level of good sportsmanship. Anyone who chooses not to demonstrate good sportsmanship may be asked to leave the gymnasium. At this time, I kindly ask that you all rise. Please remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem will be sung by Marissa Tafaro, a senior at Mars Catholic and a resident of Mars Plains.
And the end of the national anthem means the beginning of basketball here in Randolph, New Jersey. And Christian, not only are these players amazing, but talk about these coaching staffs that we have on here. We got the Hugh Lindells over on one side, and then of course we got legendary coach Joe Gaba, who has the second most victories all time in Morris County history.
Yeah, I mean, both these coaches have done phenomenal jobs. This is the first year as the head coach for Raheem Hewlin-Ell, and he's done a phenomenal job. I mean, 21-0 and second in the nation. I think that's a pretty good start. And they've been on the staff for a while as well. So on top of it, when you have that sort of experience, in making the transition to a head coach, it makes it so much easier. You know the program, you know the players, and making that transition seem seamless. And Coach Gab has been doing this for years, and he's one of the best coaches to do it. Another team that has been, very, very competitive, and now obviously in the Morris County Tournament Final once again. They've been doing a phenomenal job over there for a while now, and we talked about Chatham boys before, how they were 0-3 in the semifinals, and they finally got to that final. Well, Chatham girls on the other end, they're 0-3 in the finals the last 3 years. Could this be the year that Chatham finally, fourth time is the charm for them?
Yeah, we'll see. Again, they've been to plenty of finals all around, but it's kind of the case of always the bridesmaid, never the bride in that type of situation. But, I mean, they are just such a special unit as we look around. And, Christian, not only does this game feature, those legendary coaches and those legendary players, there's some record boards that can be moved up on as we look around here. I'm just taking a look. Ella Cruiser is currently 19th all-time. She can move up ahead of Taylor Langan from Jefferson and maybe even over Jamie Rapasa of Mendham back in 1998 to be alone in 17th place. And then Mia Paldo can very realistically crack the top 6 out here today. So starting lineups for Morris Catholic being called out as we're giving them ahead of time by both of these coaches. Christian, there's no stopping either of these teams. They have excellent point differentials. They both score a lot, play great defense. but that 3 ball is going to be huge. Although, Christian, I feel like this game's not going to come down necessarily to the 3 ball, but who does better on the inside, because we both know what they're going to do from beyond 19 feet.
Right, exactly, and it comes down to how these defenses play. If you want to play a little bit of press, you got to be careful, because at that point, these players are so fast down here on both sides, depending on who plays it, that they can just run right by and then get to the hoop for some easy points. In terms of the defenses that you want to play a little preservative, see what they come out with first, and then from there, you can be able to loosen up your defensive strategy a little bit based on how the first quarter of the game goes.
Yeah, again, the last time these two teams played, Morris Catholic just ran away with it. So Chatham's first order of business, Christian, you got to at least keep that first quarter, first half really within a couple of possessions. But who knows? This is a different team than last year. You know, Cruiser with another year of experience under her belt, as well as the rest of this team. So we'll see what they're able to get done as we got the 3 officials out here today, which should be a good time.
Yeah, it's always nice to have 3 officials. And to your point, too, I think both of these teams are better from last year, which is a crazy thing to say because they were great in their own rights last year. But both of these teams have taken the next step forward, and just the more experience that these girls get, the better and better they've gotten. And you could just see that on the stat sheet this year. You don't need to tell you that.
I mean, Christian, you got the, hear all my excitement about this game all day long in the office today. We sit about 5 feet away from each other, so it's great for that tension to finally burst out here in this gymnasium. This place is about to be rocking. There are hundreds of people right now in this building as Chatham getting ready. They'll be moving from left to right on your screen, and taking it down at the center position will be Grace Cloud. Cloud will get ready to take the opening tip against the big number 1 of Jax Edelman. So Cloud is ready, as is Edelman. Let's do it here in Randolph as Edelman will win it and tip it back over to the 20 of Daniela Mattis. Paldo. Over on the outside, that's Mia. Long shot from downtown, and the first one does not connect from Daniela Mattis. Now Chatham in transition, and a big problem for this Morris Catholic team. Not only will they shoot the lights out, but Christian, they could really steal the basketball.
Yeah, this Morris Catholic team can play some really good defense. We're seeing a little bit of press early on. You saw that early on. But again, I think the X factor of this team for Morris Catholic is Daniela Mattis. What she was able to do in her limited time last year from injury to be able to come back for a fully healthy season is the difference.
Tips off a hand of a Cougar and will head its way out of bounds. Mia Paldo, by the way, has been named a McDonald's All-American player. We'll actually be there to cover that over on Monday. Number 10 ranked player in the class of 2025. And then, of course, her twin sister Maya, not too far behind Christian, ranked number 55. And, of course, that's nationally. A little handoff. Move to the inside as Jax loses control. Here we go with Chatham in transition. Still no score, 50 seconds in. A bolster towards the basket. It's swiped away, but it will end up out of bounds. That was Maya Paldo. The last to touch it, crashing in, was Ella Cruiser.
A good play on the defensive side for Morris Catholic. We're seeing some lockdown defense early, and you wouldn't expect nothing less the way they've been able to play this season.
Now another move to the outside in front of the 23 of Cloud, and it's stolen. Here come the Crusaders. Hard dribble in, bounce pass over to Paldo, and a rare miss as it's pulled down. It's Maya Paldo missing from 2. 0 for 2 are Morris Catholic from the floor so far. Chatham have yet to take a shot as they can't get one this time either. Mia. Bounce pass behind the back over to Maya, and that's the chemistry that can only be built playing in the driveway, Mr. Copen. It's 2-0.
What a phenomenal feed inside. The backhand right here. You're going to see another great defensive play from Morris Catholic. Again, all ball here on the steal, which is so hard to do, especially in a game nowadays where fouls have been ever more prevalent. And then the behind the back from Mia to Maya to finish it off. And, I mean, you said it perfectly. I mean, that's stuff that, they've practiced probably for a long time.
Maya shoots nearly 90% from the charity stripe, and that's another big part of her game, averaging 15.2 points per game. Mia, 5.3 assists, 5.2 rebounds, and 19 points per game. Ella Cruiser, not too far behind them, 16.8 points per contest, and has 6 school records for Chatham. So again, talk about a clash of titans here, Christian. It really doesn't get much better than this. I know I always say both names in perpetuity, but here we go. I'm sure going to hear about that one later. Another dribble around for the Cougars. Left-handed, feed over, and nobody was home on the cut, though it was touched up again by a Crusader. And Christian, how about this? For Morris Catholic, they've taken 3 shots. They've held Chatham to no field goal attempts in the first almost 2 minutes. Tipped up, maybe that changes. Finally, over from beyond the stripe and in. There we go with a 3 from Ella Cruiser. We're all tied up.
Yeah, you can't leave Cruiser alone on the outside.
Up here to answer with a 3 of her own, gets knocked over. And that is a miss there by Mia Paldo, who took a second to get back up, but she seems to be okay.
I'm surprised there was no foul there, but play on.
Yeah, right there, it looked like Mia Semioli was having a tough time getting back as there's Cruiser, and she can't connect from 3 this time. These teams combined for 17 made threes on average per contest, as this is stolen away. A little bit of frustration. This game's getting chippy early, Christian. Now right in front of the Crusader bench. Active hands, and we've got a foul.
And it was only a matter of time before the first foul was called, but you're exactly right. A little bit of a chippy, or more so sluggish start on Morris Catholic's end. A little bit of missed ball handling early on from the inside there. Mia tried to sprint by everyone, kind of used some of her motivation from not getting the foul that she wanted earlier.
This reminded me more of, of the hockey games I've been calling lately. Ella cruises inside and drops it down for 2. Excellent job from Ella Cruiser, leading all scorers with 5 points.
That's a phenomenal feed from McKenna Hogan, too. Over the shoulder, finds Cruiser in transition, and then makes the cut to the basket. It's such a beautiful play.
I mean, she's another incredibly special player out there on the floor. As we got a whistle and a foul coming through off the ball, again from the 13 of Semioli, and maybe that's a makeup call from before, Christian.
And maybe it is, but I mean, again, early on in the contest, you're not going to really try to worry about fouls all that much, but you got to be careful when you're playing a team like Morris Catholic, because they're going to play aggressively and they're going to play fast, and it's really easy to start racking up the team fouls if you're Chatham in a situation like that.
And they're an incredible free throw shooting team as well, so they'll just beat you everywhere. They'll beat you inside, mid-range, beyond the arc, and from the charity stripe. Beautiful pick, knocks Cruiser over. In comes Maya Paldo. Pops to the outside to Jax Edelman. Edelman bounce pass inside and a travel.
And again, we're starting to see the mistakes from Morris Catholic. Just off to a little bit of a sluggish start. First 3 minutes of the game, trying to knock the rust off a little bit. Again, they found their ways to get some open separation, but some missed ball handling inside. A travel he called right there. So you're starting to see a little bit of that.
Oh, this is picked off, though. A beautiful play. Cutting to the inside of the paint. And another travel. Or double dribble on that one. Christian's got the better eye line than I do. Christian's actually somewhat amongst the fans as they force a timeout call over on the Morris Catholic side.
Yeah, this is not the start that Morris Catholic wanted to get off to. I mean, I said it before, but this team just seems a little bit out of sorts right now. They need to try to find their rhythm and get back to playing their game of basketball. You can't allow Chatham to beat them on some of these plays. You give a lot of credit to what the Cougars are doing right now. They're playing their game, and they're making all the right plays to be up right now.
Oh, I had to suppress a sneeze there. That was difficult. It's not particularly dusty in here, although it is kind of that time of season. And you got to love the way that Chatham Christian bounced back from that beginning. Morris Catholic, with all those steals, was shutting him down. They didn't even get a shot off. And then they made 2 of their next 3 in there, both of them with Cruiser, one time from 3 and one time whisking to the inside. The Bucknell commit certainly leading by example. So many Division I prospects out here today. It's absolutely wild. How often do you see that in a county tournament final? It's insane.
You don't see it very often at all.
Back over to the corner. Another 3 ball and splashes down. And there we go. The first made 3 for Daniela Mattis as they step ahead by a score of 6-5. Look out.
I was about to be a receiver over the middle of the field to catch that one.
That would have been great.
Well, to my point before, talking about Daniela Mattis, I talked about how she could be the X factor of this offense. She's 62 points away from 1,000. She's been a girl that's been hurt over the last couple of seasons, only playing limited time last year. But she's got such incredible talent. And this season, working her way back into the lineup starting in January, she's been a difference maker.
Well, and 2 years ago, too, she was the MVP of this tournament. Oh, what a move, and active hands all around. But unfortunately for Mia Paldo, does not get it to drop down. Now pushed to the outside. Another long 3 ball. Mattis drops it down. Daniela Mattis, she's got 6 points.
Yeah, I mean, she's been hot her last 9 games in particular.
She shoots 42% from beyond the arc as Chatham looks to answer, and Alvarez unable to get it to fall. As it'll go back the Crusaders' way, 9-5, and a great response right after the timeout. Back-to-back threes from 20.
And the thing is, too, with her, she's only played 11 games this season, but she's averaging just about 14 points per game. So she's been in every single one of her games. She had a 20-point game recently as well, so she's starting to play her best basketball at the right time of the year.
And she really is. She was also McDonald's All-American nominee this year. So, I mean, talk about that. They've had several players be McDonald's All-American nominees, and one, of course, winner. 230 career-made threes as well for Mattis. So it's just unbelievable. And that's exactly what, players and coaches in this modern game are looking for. Good wing defender as well. Throw over to Jack Settleman, who will look to take over a leadership role next season. Mattis looks up. Thought that she took too many steps. Here's a shot from beyond the arc. It's just too easy for them, Christian. And this one is Kennedy Brown. 3 made threes in a row, and a timeout for Coach Gaba.
Yeah, smart timeout there from Coach Gaba. You can't allow anyone on this team with enough separation from the three-point line because they're going to hit it down 10 times out of 10. The way that this team operates, it's a lot of threes, as we were alluding to in our intro. And, Kennedy Brown, again, one of those girls that on a team like this is underrated with 152 points and almost 100 rebounds. Just to say that speaks to the testament of what everyone does on this team.
Yeah, just to throw the coaches a little more flowers. I mean, you couldn't think of anybody better to take over this program than Raheem Hewlendell. He's a former D1 player at the University of Vermont, played under Coach Tom Brennan. And then, of course, his associate head coach, Aaliyah Hewlendell, was a Randolph graduate, and she was absolutely phenomenal. Also played for UVM. And she's been on the staff. They've both been on the staff for quite some time, nearly this entire decade. Maybe some head contact getting away with there, but Chatham will hang on to it. Back outside for Cruiser. And I'll tell you what, Christian, having covered some college basketball when I was up at Ithaca, I mean, these players all certainly fit the bill. So here's Cruiser, lays it up off the glass and inside. Cruiser with 7 points, a good answer for the Cougars.
Seems like the game plan from them right now is to try to get Cruiser in transition any way possible.
Another travel, too much movement, but yeah, I couldn't agree more, Christian. That time, they tried to work it over on a give and go, and if you can get her the ball in motion off a couple of those cuts, you're absolutely right. You're in good shape if you're Chatham.
Because not only can she beat you in the paint, but she can also beat you within the three-point arc. So she's unpredictable about what her game plan could be.
Well, and she's the school's all-time leading three-point scorer.
Exactly.
So that'll certainly help out. Handling it there was Hogan. Now back to Alvarez. Alvarez pops it over to the inside, a quick little turnaround, and another travel. Well, for you NBA fans, shield your eyes. You're going to see a lot more travels out here today than you're used to when you're watching that level.
Yeah, that's for sure. And it's a welcome sign to see, too, with the way that high school officiating has been, a lot of travel calls, a lot of double dribble calls, a lot of over and backs. It's nice to see because it's such a change from where the NBA has really gone to now.
Morris Catholic is beefing up their interior. Morgan Fulson is in, averaging 3 blocks per contest. So that's going to make it a Route 80 traffic jam over there in the paint. Here's Maya.
There's been a lot of those, too, lately.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what a steal by Cruiser. Cruiser falls down, is able to defeat it, and it's stolen away again. Back and forth affair as here comes Maya Paldo. Paldo throws outside. Mia wide open for 3 and can't get it to fall. Mia's been a bit cold, 0 for 3 to start this game as Chatham working in transition on their own end. Trailing by 5 with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter in the 50th Morris County tournament. Some more moves, trying to find Cruiser, hand in the way. 2 players go down. Again, Christian, this is more like a hockey game than I've seen any basketball contest this season. Long shot from 3 from way downtown, and again, can't get it to drop.
That was well beyond a college 3 there.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's almost a logo shot. Yeah, it'd be Caitlin Clark to drop those. Some more movement inside from Hogan. Lost control. Uses her wide wingspan, though, to pick it up. Another shot from way downtown, and it's picked up by Grace Cloud.
Grace Cloud.
Cutting the deficit to 2. Chatham getting 3 new players, getting ready to check in at the next stoppage.
A shot from Cloud there.
Paldo pops up. Air balls, picked back up.
And she wanted a foul there, too. A little bit of contact towards the end, but nothing called.
Alvarez, and in games like these, Christian, they're going to allow a little more contact, but when it comes to the travels and things of that nature, they're not going to let those go, as that time, drawing the contact was Semioli, and she'll head up to the line.
I really like the way this Chatham team is playing right now. They look really, really good. Now, a couple of times where they've lost the handle on the ball a little bit, but they've been able to get it back and not allow too many steals to happen. That's the big thing right now, and for Semioli, these are 2 important free throws here.
First one drops down. Coach Hewlendell not happy at all with that foul call in, as we have 3 new Cougars checking in.
That was close to being a charge, and that's probably what he's clamoring over there on the bench, but it was enough contact on both sides where it went on the offensive end.
Payon, Dusa, and Bolger have all entered the game. Second one goes down. We have a tie ball game here.
Chatham, number 15, Ava Payon.
some more substitutions. As back coming in is Jack Settleman.
Coming into today, Semioli was only 52% from the line. That didn't look like it, did it?
No. That was a well-practiced shooter right there. 60 seconds left in quarter number 1. We are tied between the number 5 team in the state and the number 2 team in the country. Paldo to Edelman. Can't find space inside. Here comes Mattis, who's been lethal from 3. Trying to work it in the paint. Finger rolls and pulled back down. How about Chatham on this defensive glass today? Taken back, though. Morris Catholic with another free possession. That's a team you just can't let them do it. And there's a foul after the fact. As Mia Paldo goes down, and she'll get a chance to complete the three-point play.
That was absolutely gross. The step back into the shot from right around that elbow shot. You can take a look right here. There's a beautiful form, and the end one opportunity for a free three-point play. That's exactly what Morris Catholic needed right there.
Again, Paldo just unbelievable from the free throw stripe, and yeah, that goes for both of them. As Mia now up to 3 points in the contest. Her team up 15-12. Chatham heaves it over to Cruiser. Trying to work ahead. Now a throw inside, up off the glass, and can't get it to go that time. Was Von Dusa.
Yeah, wanted to settle her shot there. Couldn't get a good read.
And this will bounce out of play, so Chatham will get to pick it back up. And Christian, despite all the turnovers that Chatham have had in this contest, they're only down by 3, which is a really good sign for them early.
Yeah, the biggest thing for them is that can they stay conditioned enough to hang with one of the faster teams?
Oh, here comes Mattis right in there. And drops down 2. She's now got 8. And yeah, that is going to be a problem for them. You got a feeling they got to score right here before the clock hits double zeros. Double team trap. Bounce pass inside. Another chance off the glass, and there she goes. Von Dusa scores. They're down by 3, and you could not have asked for a better first quarter if you're the Cougars. We'll take a break. It's 17-14 Crusaders on top of Chatham in the 50th annual Morris County Girls Basketball Tournament on Big State Sports.
Gutters, windows, doors, stone siding, decks, and painting. We also utilize new age technology like drones and 3D modeling. The drones keep our guys safe on the ground with an aerial perspective, and the 3D modeling gives us exact measurements for a precise job scope. Give us a call today. We'll be happy to provide you with a complimentary drone inspection. We look forward to keeping your home and your family safe.
And we are back from the gymnasium at the County College of Morris. Zach Small and Christian Copen here with you in our Einhorn Barbarito game of the week. The Morris County Girls Basketball Finals between the number 1 seeded Crusaders and the number 2 seeded Chatham Cougars. When it comes to Einhorn Barbarito, have you or somebody you love or have been seriously injured? The personal injury lawyers at Einhorn Barbarito, Frost Botwinick Nunn and Musamano can help you seek compensation to ease the hard road of recovery ahead. To learn more, visit EinhornLawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito with you every step of the way. We'd also like to thank Open Road Cadillac, Pipeworks Services, Open Road Mazda of Morristown, Blue Nail Exteriors, John F. Rimley, Attorney at Law, Precision Tree and Landscaping, and Metro Exhibits for sponsoring this contest. Christian, Chatham could not have asked for a better start, although here comes Paldo. And she blew a tire. And the Hewlin Elves on the sideline are absolutely irate with the lack of some of these calls here, Christian, on the physicality.
Yeah, it's been a physical game to start. No doubt about it, but this is exactly what Chatham wants to do. They want to play physical. They want to set the presence against the number 2 team in the nation. That's the only way that they're going to find themselves in competition with such a good team as them. They want to play fast, they want to play energetic, and they want to play aggressive, and you're going to have some of those hard fouls every now and again. It's nothing against them, but it's what they want to do to be able to set some presence.
I haven't seen any viciously flagrant, unclean hits either so far. That's the way you slow down speed. You have to do it with physicality. Mia Paldo. Over to the inside. Beautifully read that time by Payon. Now the other direction. Chatham will cycle it around and go back beyond the arc. Fake to Cruiser. Back to Payon. Beyond the three-point arc. More passing around over to Alvarez.
They got to be careful with some of these longer possessions here because it's just going to opportunity is going to grow for Morris Catholic to be able to take it away.
Yeah, they have to be a little more decisive. Christian, you almost have to imagine Chatham's got to call a play on each and every time they're on that half of the floor. More bouncing, Hogan. Alvarez. Chatham trailing by 3 after the first quarter of play. Long shot, Cruiser just a little short. Chatham looking for the offensive board as it just ends up out of bounds and will go Morris Catholic's direction.
Now, some of those longer possessions, it's really tough to be able to hang with a team like Morris Catholic because they like to play the steal game. They like to play aggressive and go for the ball. So some of these longer passes, as the progression plays on in the offensive zone, it's tough for them to really hang sometimes because of some of those mistakes that could happen.
Kennedy Brown has checked back in. We're also getting our first look at Ashley LaBeach, who's another elite player out here for Morris Catholic. I mean, you could say that for every single player on their bench.
And here's the thing, too. They're not an incredibly deep team in their bench, but everyone is so good that it doesn't matter.
Move around. Paldo with some excellent crossovers. Back to Edelman. Over to the corner now. Here's Maya Paldo, stolen away by Chatham. Can they keep it, though? They're down on the ground in a... I didn't see that. There we go. There's the signal for the jump ball. We didn't see it right away, but the jump ball possession arrow going on the Morris Catholic side, so we'll keep it down here. No scoring in the first 90 seconds here of quarter number 2. Maya to Mia. Mia just inside and shoots it a little too far. Has excellent angling, and this will go Chatham's way.
Yeah, rebounding foul. I think the biggest thing that I'm seeing right now from Morris Catholic is that their sharpshooters and the Paldos, they really haven't gotten going yet, and that's what's kept Chatham in this game, and it's because of the energetic defense that they have. I mean, look at their bench. You can see every one of those girls is standing up for each other. Ooh, that's coming right towards us. The hair mic.
Directly hit it.
Right to our producer, Brian Scott. Oh, that's great.
But Christian, you're right. The Paldos right now being held to 2 for 8 shooting. There's a trap. Long pass away, and I'll tell you what, if Morris Catholic can force that all game long, they certainly will.
And that's what I was talking about with some of those longer possessions. Granted, short possession here, but some of those longer cross-court passes, it's really hard to execute that against a good Morris Catholic team. And while you want to try to get rid of the ball when you pick up your dribble, you got to look around and scan the entirety of the court to find someone else.
Poor Brian Scott is going to try to pick up the microphone on the fly. Here's Maya calling the signals.
We are in a bit of a crossing zone.
Yeah, that is true. Over to Kennedy Brown. Brown delivers to LaBeach. Now back to the top, Edelman. Everybody's touched the basketball. LaBeach calling for it inside. Here's a shot wide open for 3. And you can't let that happen too often. Jax Edelman drops it down, 20-14. Now a chance for a 2-for-1. Back up, Paldo drops it.
Yeah, you can't let that happen there. And the biggest thing that led to that was the swing pass from Paldo over to Edelman because both defenders went with Paldo over to the outside and completely leaving Edelman unaccounted for.
Potentially another steal. Incredibly active defense. Just you step on the line. I'm not quite sure what the call is here.
Might have been a timeout, actually.
I think it is a timeout back in transition. And this timeout is brought to you by our very good friends at Open Road Cadillac. Visit Open Road Cadillac, just minutes from routes 2410, 287, and 280. We are easy to get to, and our staff are trained for a fast and effortless car buying experience. Visit them now at www.morristowncadillac.com. Actually, don't visit them just quite now. Visit them in 5 minutes and 33 basketball seconds. I think that'll work a little bit better.
But don't forget.
No, certainly don't. I won't let you forget. So that's kind of my job out here. As Chatham's job right here, Christian, I mean, again, it's still early. This feels like a must-score possession in the early stages of this contest, though, because once Morris Catholic snowballs, they do not slow down. Their average point differential per game is plus 32. Not on the season, like total. That is their differential per game. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's completely just unheard of in the high school basketball range, and it's a reason why they're ranked so high nationally.
Because they're undefeated, that would also make them their average margin of victory. Cruiser working on Brown. Now goes back over to Payon. Payon feeds it back around. Now here's another chance for Chatham. And has it pushed away, but it'll keep going their direction.
They tried to set up a play right there, but they couldn't get anything going from the top of the key. And then the defense is really starting to pick up for Morris Catholic here. And it wasn't like they were playing bad defense before. It's just that now they're kicking into another gear.
Trailing just by 8 right now are the Cougars, so not insurmountable at all, but you cannot afford to let that get too crazy. Cruiser back over towards the corner. A nice move to the inside. Good hands in the air and forcing another turnover. As we'll see the ever-dangerous Daniela Mattis come back in.
It's again those longer possessions that have been hurting the Cougars here, because the longer that you have the opportunity with the ball in your hands, it seems like Morris Catholic, that's what exactly they want you to do. They want to force you to make mistakes because of how fast they play on defense.
Leading the charge right now will be Mia Paldo. Tennessee Volunteers fans, keep an eye out on this game. Your future backcourt is playing.
Hey, that's me.
That's it. You're going to be a Tennessee Volunteer?
Well, I'm just a fan of Tennessee.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was going to say, that would be breaking news in its own right. A Christian Copen commit.
Number 33, Cruiser.
Yeah, no, I'm just a Tennessee fan for all sports.
There we go. Oh, somebody not happy. Although every whistle is going to make somebody upset, isn't it? Getting ready is Mia Paldo. In our Einhorn Barbarito game of the week, the Morris County Girls Basketball Tournament Finals. Right here on Big State Sports. This is lob deep, touched up by Cruiser. Battle for it inside the paint. Goes off a couple of sneakers. Now volleyed up in the air. Big pickup by Cruiser, and she's fouled on the way. Dear Neptune, Christian, was that a series of events?
Yeah, that was a lot to really process there, because there's a lot of just mistakes, quite frankly, and Paldo able to tip that ball into the air, which created even more chaos. So overall, Chatham needs to slow down here, but in a way so that they can be able to make some cuts to the basket at some point.
Cruiser working on Matus, and she's called for a foul. That's their third foul of this quarter. Also, this PA guy is sensational. He's great. I know everything that's going on because of him.
Yeah, no, he's great.
I know.
I've had plenty of conversations before as I do some of this CCM Titan basketball games here. I've had plenty of conversation with him before. Great guy.
Semioli has checked back in. She's got a pair of points for Chatham, both from the charity stripe. Semioli picks it back up. Coach Rahim calling for a more aggressive defense. Here we go with Hogan. About halfway through. Chatham has not scored so far in the second quarter. A move to the inside, but a travel. Another travel called. This one against the Chatham Cougars. That was Arden Alvarez that time, taking a few too many steps.
This is where if you're Morris Catholic, now if you can start to continue to get some offensive presence, you can kick it into even higher gear. And the way that they've been playing lockdown defense to start this quarter. I mean, it's been sensational what they've been able to do.
They're doing the same thing as they did in the first quarter, at least in the very beginning, except this time Chatham, again, just no field goal opportunities. Another bounce pass to the inside. Kennedy Brown goes through the wickets now, and it was last touched by Brown. And once again, Chatham will get a free possession. So as much as Chatham are coughing the ball up, we're seeing a similar amount from Morris Catholic. Very uncharacteristic.
It is uncharacteristic for them, and I think what's different here. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Nice feed to the inside. Absorbed some contact, and on the way up was the foul. So we should get 2 more free throw shots from Mia Semioli. Fourth foul, by the way, for Morris Catholic.
And Morris Catholic has turned into a little bit of foul trouble, and Grace Cloud, pretty good free throw shooter at the line, too.
Pardon me, it is Cloud, not Semioli. Cloud, first one. Good to go.
And it was 75% on the year. She's one of those great rebounders down low for them, someone that they can really rely on down inside the paint. But she's also had a couple double-double games where she's getting double digits, and to have that well-versatile player in your lineup to not only get rebounds, but to also put back some of those quote-unquote garbage buckets, because, well, they're not garbage, but they're pretty skillful when you can get some of those rebounds. It's very useful.
Here comes Cloud again. And that is the first missed free throw of this final we've seen as it ends up over in the corner. Oh, it's going to keep going Chatham's way. Or did they change their mind? Yes, they did.
Whoa.
Oh, no. We almost had a full-scale mutiny on our hands.
They erupted.
Yeah.
That was, wow.
I have not seen that many fans stand at once not doing the wave in quite some time.
That was crazy.
Pure insanity. As here we go again with Maya Paldo. Over to Mia, back beyond the three-point arc. This one goes up and does not fall from Bonfante. Chatham, a little careless with the basketball, but get it right back. They got to cross the timeline here. Back for Alvarez. Alvarez, nowhere to go. Oh, I don't know how that wasn't an 8-second violation there, Chris.
It was a close one, that's for sure. But, what we're seeing with Chatham, too, is that, their energy, they're trying to hang with them as best as they can. But some of these longer possessions, you can tell that they're starting to get a little gassed.
Cruiser, handoff, back outside for Hogan. Hogan to give for Alvarez, back to Hogan at the top. Paldo staying in front, some more aggression. And how about the way that Maya Paldo is covering Cruiser right now? Big size disparity. Off the screen, though, three ball is down! Arden Alvarez rains down the three. And they've cut this deficit now to 2 possessions.
They needed that more than they needed water right there. That was a huge, just momentum. Oh, wow.
Oh, here's Paldo breezing through. What a play. And knocked down after the fact. That was Maya. It's her second bucket.
Yeah, that was your just textbook Euro to the lane.
Beautiful, beautiful job. As she's getting active, she'll go right back. Blazing by Alvarez up in the air, and she's fouled. And she'll get a couple of chances. Maya shoots 89% from the stripe. Yeah, this game's starting to get chippy, Christian. This is looking like if Chatham and Morris Catholic played against each other over at Menon Arena.
Well, the thing is, these two teams have played against each other for the last 4 years in this final, so they've seen each other a lot.
I don't think they did in the 2 prior to last year. This one's missed.
Was it not? Maybe I missed it.
I'll double check that.
Let's see. Morris Catholic's won it 3 years in a row. That's what I meant to say.
But they didn't play, They played Montville and Morristown.
That's right.
They played Chatham last year.
But back-to-back years in this final, it's going to start to get more and more chippy.
Oh, we got a violation call. It would have been no good anyway. A rare 2 misses anyway for Maya Paldo. 6-point game, 2:13 left in the first half. A couple of threes ties it up for Chatham. And as much, Christian, as their offense has been smothered, as look at that pass being forced away, they're only losing this quarter by 3, which is the same that happened in the first. Another move to the inside, hands up and down. Mia Paldo drops down another 2. She's up to 7 now. As the Twins starting to catch fire here.
And there was no one in the paint there to guard her either.
Wide open Alvarez, not for long. Here's Maya Paldo in transition. Oh, what beautiful moves around Cruiser. Now for 3, a long 3. She's got it. Oh, what a transition play by the Paldos. An authoritative play. Let's take it the other way. And another strip ball.
What is going on?
Here's Mia Paldo inside the paint. Pops it up off the glass and in. Mia Paldo, are you kidding me? That is Division I level basketball, Christian Copen.
Both of them. On that just sequence of events. What? How? That can't happen if you're Chatham there. That absolutely can't happen. The way that Morris Catholic has just taken over the momentum right now this game. Just steal after steal after steal. It's like if you give them an edge, they're going to continue to take it. And they've just taken it and they've rode it into full gear at this point. That was just absolutely magnificent. The transitions, the way that it feels like Chatham just felt so pressed up back against the wall to the point where they started to make some mistakes that cost them, and to the point where they were making some mistakes that, deep pass down the court, all of a sudden that's going to start leading to more and more opportunities, and the Paldos just kind of took this game into their own hands.
Let's watch this right here. Thank you, Brian. Just look at this. What a feed. We missed the crossover on that, and then watch the little right over to the student section.
Yeah, with the way that this game has been going and the aggressiveness and, the little bit of chippiness too, that's exactly what Morris Catholic needed.
By the way, can we talk about just how dapper the entire coaching staff on Morris Catholic is with all the suits?
Great. It is great.
It's awesome.
Oh, man.
Everybody, and honestly, even Coach Gaba out there with the quarter zip and the entire Chatham coaching staff, everybody brought their best fits out here today. We're going to have to start a Big State Drip Instagram account. We did that with the Jackals a couple of years ago. That was hysterical. Move to the inside. Chatham needs a bucket here. 80 seconds left in the first half. Push over to Cloud. Cloud tried to work a screen. And now back for Simioli. Simioli gives to Cruiser. And Christian, you mentioned this before for Chatham. They got to avoid these long possessions as Cloud gets one down, but it's a long two.
Two-pointer, Grace Cloud.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They got to try to avoid these long possessions at this point, but threes are going to be ever so more important to this game, at least from the Chatham perspective.
Edelman, another long two, hits off the front of the rim. Rebound back down for Chatham. Edelman now just 1 for 2 today. Hasn't taken a lot of shots. Cruiser draws attention. Now an outside look, and that one does not fall for Semioli. First shot from the floor. 36 seconds left to go for Morris Catholic. They could just take their time here. Well, who needs to take their time? Ooh, chucking it from way away was Mia Paldo. She was trying her very best right there, Christian. She wanted to end this one early. Looking for Hogan. Back outside. Semioli, long shot, and it's in.
It's a nice little run here for Chatham, at least to get some sort of momentum back.
They now only trail by 9 after that rip-roaring motion coming from the Crusaders. 5 seconds left. Who's going to take the last shot? It's going to be Paldo from 8 feet out and swirls away, pulled down. So Chatham will prevent it from going any further. But how about this, Mr. Copen? 31-22, the Morris Catholic Crusaders on top of the Chatham Cougars heading into the half in our Einhorn Barbarito Game of the Week, the Morris County Girls Basketball Tournament Finals here in Big State Sports. We'll be back after these messages.
Blue Nail was superior in almost every aspect. We worked with contractors for almost everything in the firehouse, and Blue Nail really made us feel comfortable all the way through, from the contract to pre-planning to scheduling, getting the job done. We are thrilled that they were able to do the job for us.
We offer installation of siding, vinyl, and composite. We also do replacement windows, doors, roofs, decks, attic insulation, and e-shield.
Oof, stuck paying for that old phone? Don't be. You know, at Verizon, we'll pay off your phone. And you'll get iPhone 16 on us. That's a value of up to $1,600, only on Verizon.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals of Randolph. Call us today at 973-989-8775.
George J. Keller and Sons want your house to be the kind of home for all to see. Best roofing, windows, siding too. Great decks and gutters, we're here for you. Our seasoned pros are unsurpassed, so give a call, we'll take your task. Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing, siding, windows, and decks, we do it all for you. George J. Keller and Sons.
Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
My room is so cold, my fish froze.
Mine's so hot, my sneakers melted.
Rooms with different temperatures? That means your HVAC system is outdated and wasting energy. At ICS, we'll install an energy-efficient system that provides a constant flow of clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature in every room. You could save money each month, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Get a quote today. See why we say ICS for HVAC.
I see why. Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and Eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels, all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit athleticfieldsofamerica.com.
Do your glory days as a high school athlete feel far behind you? Are memories of being out there competing so clear that you can feel it? But then reality sets in and your stiff back, achy knees, and painful shoulders remind you that it's been years or even decades since you could move that way. Don't worry, the team at Better with Physical Therapy's one-on-one customized care can help you feel and move better again. Their specialists will find the cause of what's slowing you down and build a plan that will help you realize that your glory days are still ahead of you. You can get better with Physical Therapy located in the Madison YMCA. Request an appointment today at betterwithpt.com.
At Planet Networks, our high-speed fiber is designed to be fast. Up to 300 times faster than cable and up to 500 times faster than DSL. As fast as 10,000 megabits per second up and down if you speak nerd. We're talking cheetah, bullet train, lightning strike, hummingbird, race car kind of fast. Planet Networks. So fast, it's worth the wait.
Green Home Solutions is a huge supporter of big state sports and the New Jersey high school student athletes.
David A. Santini, CPA LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
Hey parents, Anchor Golf and Recreation is now registering full and half-day golf camps. Anchor Golf Day Camps are designed to teach children fundamentals of golf. To register your child for golf camp, go online and click the registration tab at anchorgolfcenter.com. Anchor now has 4 dedicated outdoor lighted pickleball courts. Call to reserve your court today. Check out Anchor's 18-hole miniature golf course with new features. It's fun for the whole family. Anchor Golf and Recreation offers so much more. Call or see us at anchorgolfcenter.com.
From forced hot air and hot water baseboards to steam heat and heat pumps, it doesn't matter if it's oil, natural gas, propane, or electricity. Let us help you feel the energy. B.A. Colella Heating and Cooling. Let your comfort be our concern.
Pipeworks Services, providing quality plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical services, and insulation for 20-plus years. Our unwavering commitment to excellent service has earned us the trust of North and Central New Jersey communities. Call us today at 973-298-1961 to experience our dependable and caring expertise.
Crust Kitchen, a unique kitchen experience. Located at 7 Cross Street in Madison. Call us at 908-525-7878 or visit crustkitchen.com to see our menu or order online.
All right, and we are back in action here in our Einhorn Barbarito Game of the Week here on Big State Sports in the 50th edition of the Morris County Girls Basketball Tournament Finals. Zach Smolin joined by Christian Copen. And again, a big thank you to our friends at Einhorn Barbarito for making this broadcast possible. Einhorn Barbarito, Frost, Botwinick, Nunn, and Musamano is a full-service law firm guiding you through divorce, estate planning, personal injury, criminal defense, and other life-changing events. To learn more, visit EinhornLawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito with you every step of the way. We'd also like to thank Pipeworks Services, where you're caring, trusted experts and a family business that truly cares about your comfort, safety, and satisfaction. Call them at 973-298-1961. Also like to thank Oberon Mazda of Morristown. First-time car buyers, listen up. Oberon Mazda of Morristown has your back. Discover affordable, dependable vehicles for less than $15,000, backed by a rock-solid 5-day money-back guarantee. Drive with confidence. Drive with Oberon Mazda of Morristown. Check the link in the description for more details. Also like to thank Blue Nail Exteriors. Choose knowledge, choose trust, choose Blue Nail Exteriors for your home. John F. Rimley, attorney at law. Your state attorney, John F. Rimley, called today or visit them at Rimley, that's RIMMELE.us. Check out Precision Tree and Landscaping. They even offer 24-hour service, and they've been licensed tree experts for over 30 years. Visit them at precisiontreelandscape.com. And, of course, Metro Exhibits. Audio, visual, and any other service required for all of their exhibits. Check them out at metroexhibits.com or visit Phil Zamloot at pzamloot@metroexhibits.com. Okay, we made it through all of those. Christian, the Chatham Cougars have actually shot incredibly well in this game. 7 for 11 by my count. 63.6%. Percentage-wise, doing better than Morris Catholic. However, Morris Catholic, Christian, have taken twice as many shots from the floor, and that's really where the difference lies here in this 31-22 lead for the Crusaders on top.
Yeah, you're 100% right. It's what they've been able to do in the turnover margin, and it's just been to be able to take some of those possessions away from Chatham like that, especially it all came in that one sort of sample size with the Paldos around midcourt again. It seems like they're the focal point of what they've been able to do, not only offensively, obviously we all knew that just by looking at the stat sheet, but also on the defensive side and the presence and the energy that they've had. Chatham came out the gates rip-roaring. There were a lot of energy, a lot of aggressiveness, and now Morris Catholic has slowly started to turn them down a little bit. Not as much energy as they were before, and that's going to happen over the course of a game, and that's what Morris Catholic does to you. They're physical, and they are really well conditioned to handle almost any type of offense and defensive threat.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, they're geared up. They've beaten teams all across the country coming into the season. They play more of a national type of schedule. This is, I believe they could make it 52. They've won 51 games in a row, Christian, against teams from New Jersey. Cruiser trying to make a statement early and can't get it to fall down. That would have been a nice 3.5 for Chatham. We trail by 9. Storming in, Matus. Now back for Maya Paldo. Maya calling out the shots. Her team up by 9. Paldo, a bounce pass over to Edelman. Made her only 3-point attempt earlier. As they give it over to Brown. Brown to Paldo for 3. How did she do that, Christian? There was just so much just body in her way and still managed to get it.
Yeah, there was a lot of traffic there. And I mean, Paldo, she's just got good basketball sense. She knows where the rim is. She knows where she is on the court at all times. So to be able to set her shot up like that and drain it down just to show how well she is and what she's been able to do to her offense.
I mean, but to shoot it over a player that's got like 5 inches on you, I mean, that's just a skill in and of itself. And another turnover by the Cougars.
Well, that's the thing that we mentioned a little bit before off camera, was the fact that the Paldos don't necessarily have the greatest amount of height, but what they can able to do with their skill and where they are in the court to be able to set up their shot is different.
And a turnover over here. Back by the line, so Chatham will get a free possession. In terms of finals appearances, Chatham are tied for 5th all-time with 8 with West Morris, but they've only won once. So Chatham, of course, very good at getting over to the final. They actually have 17 Final Four appearances in this tournament. Tied for 3rd with Randolph and Morristown. But again, that final hump is always the most difficult one, unless you're Morris Catholic, of course. Here's Cruiser, and that's a nice answer from Ella Cruiser.
Yeah, too much separation there for Cruiser, and she was able to take advantage of it there.
Up to 10 points now, have restored the 9-point deficit that they entered the half with. Paldo, pushed to the outside, up in the air, and missed away for 3.
Not a bad look from Matus that time, but again, the way that, looking at Ella Cruiser, for example, and the way that she's been able to shoot from 3, I mean, this is arguably a down season for her, but I mean, when 441 points is a down season, I think they'll take that any year.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, and again, it's tough to keep up, elite plus consistency. She's been elite this season. As here's another shot from Alvarez, can't get it to go, but Chatham will keep it on this end of the floor. Still plenty of time left in this game for the Cougars to come back. But again, Morris Catholic have just been so good. Even when they make mistakes, Christian, they don't let anything bother them. They just bounce right back and make the next right play.
You're exactly right. For Chatham right now, though, it's about the small victories and what they've been able to do in this 3rd quarter, both defensively and offensively. They've looked a lot better than they did towards the end of the first half.
Here's Cloud. Cloud delivers and taken here by Paldo. Here's Maya. She's got Mia on the left side. Takes one from about 15 feet out and can't get it to drop down as the rebound will go back to Chatham. Bounce pass and goes off the leg of Mia Paldo and will be delivered back in by Coach Corey Bakersfield. Bakerville has been on the staff for 4 years. And Christian, everybody on this coaching staff has been with the senior group since the very beginning.
And that's what you love about this team, too, is that the coaches, they know, I mean, overall.
Cruiser fouled on the way up.
These coaches have seen it all here throughout the 4 years and what they've been able to do with the Paldo twins and building up that core, starting with their 2 young stars. And then from there, everything grows around it, both your coaching aspect and both how you treat the game moving forward.
And it also makes it a lot easier to get players to want to play with you, right? You're like, hey, check out what we got going on over here. Cruiser. Seemed a little hasty on that shot, but it didn't matter. Cruiser up to 11 points as re-entering now is LaBeach.
I mean, look at this lead, though. It's slowly dwindling down now. Chatham has been much better in the second half.
Couple of confident free throws there for Cruiser. She's got 5 points in this half. Some good moves there by Matus. Matus finding Mia Paldo. Paldo had 12 points in the first half. Stripped away, though, by Chatham. Excellent moves by McKenna Hogan.
That's a great play from Hogan. She's been a really good role player for this team, and that's a huge steal right there.
Semioli working the wing. Here's the shot from downtown. Can't get it to fall. Chatham battling for the rebound. And it'll keep going this way. That was Hogan's first attempt from the floor so far today. And, hey, they didn't get the points, but they'll keep the ball.
Yeah, always good to keep the ball, but if that three went down right there, you could definitely tell just the fact that this Chatham team looks a lot different. Whatever was said in the halftime locker room by Coach Gaba clearly resonated with their players because they've been playing not necessarily a whole different game, but a much better game.
Cruiser lost possession, stolen away by Matus. 7-point lead being enjoyed by the Crusaders. Maya Paldo. With the lanky Cloud standing in front, pass. Matus from the college three-point line, can't get it to drop. And that's the right call from the official right there. Did see it hit a Morris Catholic player last night. Not going to get a lot of agreements over on our right side and across from us, but that's indeed what happened.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a referee, you're never going to please both sides.
No. You're probably doing something wrong in that case. Taken up by Semioli. She's got 4 points. Looking for Cruiser. Cruiser had a lane, gave it away. Through the screen, Cruiser beyond the arc, and offensive foul off the ball, called against Cloud. So, back to the Crusaders. And Christian, they were able to recover from it early, but Chatham cannot afford to be this careless with possessions.
No, you can't, especially at this stage in the game. You're halfway through the third quarter now, and the way you've been playing has given your team a lot of momentum. You can't give it right back to this Morris Catholic team because they're going to make you pay, and we saw that towards the end of the second quarter.
All right, they'll make you pay every single time, twice on Sundays. Here we go with Paldo. Paldo delivers over to Mia. Now cut to the inside. Excellent moves and hands in her face. She is fouled on the way up, as that was Ashley LaBeach trying to pop one through. And LaBeach will shoot a couple from 15 feet out. 65.4%, averaging 5 rebounds a game and just under 4 points. LaBeach drains the first.
Yeah, LaBeach does a little bit of everything well. A good rebounder down there with over 100 plus. I mean, everyone seems to be a great rebounder on this team, and that's what makes them so good.
That's part of the success. I mean, the steals, the blocks, the rebounds, the scoring will come when you get all that right. Here's Cruiser. She's got Cloud, and she has it poked away. And you can never feel safe with the basketball when you got the Paldo sneaking up behind you. What a play that time from Maya Paldo, just coming from absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, the Paldos are so fast. I mean, we talked about before, not the biggest human beings on earth, but they have such great energy, and they're so fast on the court.
And here's Cruiser. Pitches outside, another shot, hits the iron, and will go out of bounds. That came from Alvarez. But as we were talking earlier to Coach Mark Barron, one of the assistants out here, he said they're not only gifted, but they work harder than anybody. And he's seen so much basketball through his career. He's now retired and out here just as a volunteer assistant, but he said they are the 2 best basketball players he has ever seen. And they've earned every little bit of that praise. And another blocking foul. This one now coming off the hands of the 15 of Ava Payon. Already 3 fouls on the Chatham side. And if there's a team that you do not want to get into the bonus, it's certainly this group. Paldo from way away, she's got it! Oh my goodness, Maya Paldo!
And that play was completely set up too, off the inbound. There was a double team over in the corner, and Paldo was left entirely alone. Such a great play design.
A voracious 3. They try to answer, and that's off the mark to the left. Simeoli couldn't rain it down. Now Chatham trails by 12. Paldo pushed over to the corner. Matus. Now for Mia. Mia putting the moves on, and she is just will take the shot anyway, just for fun. Why not? Even when they don't count, it looks smooth.
Well, I mean, it does count in some way because you have someone put up a shot like you, like that. That's gonna sting a little bit.
Juan Dusa, one of the best passers, coming back out there, perhaps to help in the distribution. Getting ready from the baseline. Maya, over to the corner. Matus, another 3. Can't get it to roll in. As Matus struggling a bit from 3 after making 2 of her first 3.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Not necessarily the second half that Matus has wanted to get off to, but she's still a presence out there. Still needs to be guarded contently because she can still rain them down at any given time. The biggest thing that I've seen with her right now, she's not really settling her shot. She's moving a little bit too quickly. Those turnaround jump shots not getting to fall. She needs an open look to get herself back in the comfort zone.
Here's Cruiser. Cruiser forced to get it away as they're sticking at least one Paldo on her at all times. Another shot from 3. Looped up. Nice arc on that one from Alvarez. But she's down to 1 for 5 from beyond the arc.
Chatham's starting to struggle from the three-point line.
And that could hurt them, especially with the three-point shooting coming on the other end. As Bonfante couldn't drop that one. She's 0 for 2. Cruiser, no look pass. Over by the timeline. Here's Simeoli. Simeoli back to the outside. Out to the corner, Payon. Cruiser. The team trails by 12. Another shot from 3. This will have to hit off the glass, and it doesn't fall. And right now, Christian, Chatham just can't get anything to go their way. Only 5 points in this quarter.
That's a struggle because when you can't hit the 3 ball against this team and you can't get any separation on the inside to drive, it's tough to play.
That's just pushed away, and Chatham with the turnover. Here comes Cruiser. Cruiser with plenty of Crusaders to beat as she's forced to peel to the outside. Almost impossible to break away cleanly on the Crusaders as this is a big-time block. Well, that's what she's known for. Morgan Fulston makes a tremendous play that time.
Yeah, I mean, trying to drive on 6'3" is not necessarily the easiest task in the world. And,
not necessarily advisable either.
Yeah, exactly. Going one-on-one, not necessarily the smartest decision, but I mean, right now for Chatham, you're just trying to find any sort of lane, any sort of opening to get yourselves back on the scoreboard right now because it's been a struggle. And now the problem is you just put Morris Catholic into the bonus.
Again, last thing you want to do, and it's a shame too because you want to play a physical game against them, but they're probably the best free throw shooting team in the entire state. And of course, as I say that, Maya can't get that one to fall.
Although to be fair though, it's not been Maya's night really at the line. She hasn't looked herself as she's been this season.
And here's the thing, I mean, she still has 13 points, 14 points, so it doesn't seem to really matter, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Chatham trailing by 13 now. Quite the steep hill to climb.
And, you know, one of the biggest leads for Morris Catholic all day, and also the toughest 1 minute and 40 to go because the bonus, you can't play as aggressively as you would have liked to before.
And that means Morris Catholic can play aggressively, though. The more physical, the better for them. Another shot from 3 is going to go just a little too far. You can see it off the release from Alvarez, and right now Chatham just not comfortable.
This Morris Catholic team is making them uncomfortable.
Well, here comes Matus. Oh, imagine if that one went in. That would have been a deflating shot. As Matus can't get that one to fall. 80 seconds left now in the third.
Yeah, she had one of those open looks that I was talking about to get herself on the scoreboard, but just a little bit unlucky there because it was in and out.
Here comes Chatham again. The Cougars working it ahead. Alvarez, bounce pass, beautiful one inside to Cloud who lays it in. They needed that one real bad, Christian. as they now made it down to 11, but it's been a long time between baskets.
It has. They have not been the sharpest of shooters, at least in this third quarter. They got off to a good start, as we said, but they've cooled off considerably.
Matus trying to drive off the glass. She's got it. Daniela Matus. And she's now up to 10 points, joining the double-digit club. Here we go again. Cloud outside. Semioli off the back iron, picks up her own rebound. Semioli now back over to Cloud, double teamed. Over to the top with plenty of space to glide in is Hogan. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Not advisable. That is a no shooting zone, Christian.
Look at this too. Okay, so you can see the drive into the inside right here by Hogan, but look at her. Yeah, I know.
Boom.
Yeah, no worries. She barely even jumped there.
And again, she still needs just one to get to her blocks per game average. 3 blocks per game coming from Morgan Folston. They're going to be just fine in the next couple of years. This punched up. Another offensive rebound. Falling down, looking on the next one, was Semioli, and she'll head to the line. Some key free throws. And this is such an interesting game as a timeout called on the Morris Catholic side. It's not like the Crusaders have just kind of put their foot on the throat of the Cougars. It's more been a death by 1,000 cuts type of game where they've just been overall more consistent than Chatham, and that just goes to show you how talented this team is. They can beat you in every different way.
Yeah, you're 100% right. The way that they've been able to play, it's just been more consistent. It's been more, not necessarily more well-oiled, but the way that this game has gone for Morris Catholic, ultimately, it's the turnover game. Can you win the turnover battle? And Morris Catholic consistently does that with how they play the defensive game. Because they get all these steals, because they get all these blocks inside with Folston, it really opens up their offense for second chance opportunities. And because they rebound so well, they can have some of those on the offensive side. So not only do they have such a great defensive plan going into every game, their offense always seems to be good. When one shooter's not going, like a Matus, for example, they got Paldo, they got Mia and Maya, and they have so many other options that they can go to create some offense, and that is what makes teams so much different from everyone else, and that's what separates Morris Catholic from the rest of the teams.
And has just done so historically too, Christian. I mean, they've won 15 of 21 of the finals they've been in. They've been in the Final Four about 60% of the time since this tournament has existed. 29 of the 50 times, so pretty incredible from this squad out here as they continue this outstanding tradition. So a lot of basketball left to play, though. Cruiser can't handle it off the short-range pass. And here come the Crusaders in transition. 20 seconds left in the third. Matus from 3, looking for it, and can't get it to fall. Matus has missed her last 5 3 balls. Here comes another one from Edelman, though, and she gets it to go. And she's the next generation of this Morris Catholic team, Christian. Look out for her to be one of the best players in the country next year. As a heave from Cruiser, no good. And we will head into the final few minutes of this game, of this contest, with the Crusaders up 45-29. You're watching the Morris County Tournament Girls Basketball Finals here on Big State Sports. We'll be back after this.
Hi, my name is Andrew Shaka. I'm one of the owners here at New Jersey Siding and Windows. We are a family-owned residential remodel firm. Everything we offer here is quality and comes with great warranties. If it's a residential home, there's no home too big for us to work on.
Fitness Factory of Rockaway is a 50,000 square foot super club located right on Route 46 in Rockaway Borough, offering a full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment unparalleled by any other club in the area. Classes are included in the membership. Locker rooms fully equipped and have saunas. Personal training and kids club are available as well.
KJM Financial, helping families navigate the college application and financial aid process since 1988. Visit njcollegeguy.com to schedule your free consultation today.
Open Road Cadillac has new vehicles in stock, perfect for any family. Browse our used vehicle inventory, expertly inspected and ready for new drivers. Shop online now at morristown.cadillac.com.
This game is not like what you're used to seeing out here, Mr. Copen. Morris Catholic up 45-29 on the Chatham Cougars. Right here in our Einhorn Barbarito Game of the Week here on Big State Sports. The ball will begin in Maya Paldo's hands, and what's been a dominant effort from the Crusaders, really, after the first quarter. And a backcourt violation, and, well, this could be the beginning of something for the Cougars, Christian, but they have to start it now.
Yeah, they got to play flawlessly, and that's a tough ask against any team, much less against Morris Catholic, but it's one of those situations where now you got to be careful with every single thing that you do.
Here's Semioli, forced over to the outside. Now finding Alvarez. Alvarez has struggled from beyond the three-point line in this contest, forced to give it to Cloud. Cloud working it in. Cloud is blocked by Edelman. Getting a hand in on there. Now it is a foul, but they'll take that any day.
Another really tall sophomore on this team is Jack Zettelman, 6 foot. And the sheer height that they have is really unfair to match up against the way that they've been able to play.
Well, Cloud is able to drop down on one, so that'll make it a 15-point game. 5-possession contest. Cloud again. Lets it fall. And now back for the Crusaders. And another thing about Morris Catholic, too, is Chatham is easily one of the best teams in the state of New Jersey by a wide margin, and yet Morris Catholic is making them look like this.
What an offensive rebound from Mia right there. That was insane.
Back over for Mia. Checks her feet. Moves back. Beautiful step back, but couldn't get it to go. I mean, those moves, Christian, are just unbelievable. Little bounce to the inside. Now a chance here. And there we go with Arden Alvarez. Chatham didn't hear no bell so far, Christian. They're down by a dozen.
And they got to have some more of those opportunities. And right now, you can't allow any offensive rebounds.
Matus from 15 feet out. She can't get it to fall as Cruiser was fouled on the way to getting that basketball. Should keep it over here. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. They called that on Cruiser?
I'm not so sure about that.
All right.
I mean, look,
I didn't see it clearly, but it did seem like it was going to go Chatham's way.
Looked like a clean box out to me, so I'm not sure.
Our producer, Brian Scott, says he might have seen an elbow come in. If that's the case, then that's definitely a foul. Foul. Oh, jeez, Paul, though. Even though she missed that, those hands, unbelievable job. Cruiser, they're going to need a big quarter out of 33. And it goes out of bounds, back for the Cougars.
Yeah, this is crunch time right here for the Chatham Cougars right now. You don't got much more time left. You've been able to get off to at least a good start in this fourth quarter. But, I mean, getting off to a good start, close counts and horseshoes and hand grenades. So at this point.
Here's a three from Cruiser.
That's what they needed.
Close enough that she made it. They're down to 9.
That's exactly what they needed to get themselves back in.
This was the halftime deficit, so we're basically back to that point. Shot from 3. Edelman can't get it to fall. Paldo pushes it, rolls away, and just short 10 feet away from the timeline. Now picked up. Here's Cruiser. Again, tough to break away on this team as Paldo cuts her off. Cruiser with hands! She's got it! Chatham on a 7-0 run. And they trail it by 7.
Boy, this is exactly what they needed. And find Cruiser. Get her involved. The Chatham's student section's so loud. Oh, my gosh.
Jeez, it's like we're at a Premier League match right now. It's a derby here in Randolph. Some moves from Paldo. Cycling the ball from 3. Can't get it to fall. The rebound pulled down. There was no contact. It's Chatham's ball.
You feel the momentum that has just changed in this building right now. And the biggest difference, Zach, what has been, is that Cruiser's been open. Cruiser's the focal point of this offense. She was quiet in that third quarter, and what's allowed them to slow it down, at least from the Crusaders' standpoint, that's been the big difference so far in this fourth.
Bonfante's back in, although if you're Hewlin-L, I'm not sure why you don't call a timeout here. If Chatham sinks another one, you got to imagine that they're going to have to talk things over just to kill the momentum.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You can't allow this to spiral out of control more than it is right now.
Here we go with Semioli. Her team trails by 7. This is the closest they've been to the Crusaders in quite some time. Semioli, good left-handed dribble. Gives over to Hogan. Hogan, push outside to Cloud, who's having a good game. Cruiser, star of this team. Semioli looks, swims in, but travels. Coach Gaba, irate at the call, punching the air after that, and now going to try to cool down with some water.
Yeah, you can't allow those second chance opportunities, but at this point right now, You got to act like nothing happened if you're Chatham. You can't allow one little thing to change the momentum that you've been able to get for your offense.
This gym is full, and it is loud here on both sides. It's become a tight affair. The last time wasn't even close between these two teams. This is a real fight. Shot from three from Bonfante. And they needed that one. That is their first field goal of the game as they're putting on this full court press. Pass back over to Hogan. Hogan switches to the left hand. Cruiser crowding over by the timeline as here's Semioli. Semioli trying to get past Maya Paldo. Back to the corner, shot from three, and just falls out. Chatham picks up the board. Cruiser, the body in the way in the form of Matus. Down by 10, Cruiser pushes it outside. Cloud from beyond the arc, Edelman in front, and she can block it from the perimeter too. Long possession from the Cougars, pushed outside to Alvarez. Now back to Semioli, down low, Cruiser imposes her will, and she's fouled.
At this point, if you're Chatham, it's find Cruiser and find her in some way, shape, or form. And that's what's led Chatham to slowly crawl their way back in this fourth quarter. And even when she doesn't have an open look, send her to the line. She's really good from the line with 70%. Get her there.
And you know what makes Cruiser so good? Is she drives with confidence, just like our friends at Oberto Mazda of Morristown. First-time car buyers, listen up. Oberto Mazda of Morristown has your back. Discover affordable, dependable vehicles for less than $15,000, backed by a rock-solid 5-day money-back guarantee. Drive with confidence. Drive with Oberto Mazda of Morristown. Check the link in the description for more details. It's Cruiser able to knock that one down. Maya Paldo up by 9, works in. Over dribbles, now a hand in the air, tries to get it down and pulled down by Cloud. So this will trickle out of bounds and it'll keep going this way.
I mean, Chatham's not going to be happy about that call, but I think is the right call there. Along the baseline, you got to figure out a way to try to grab those rebounds. This Morris Catholic team playing physical down there in the paint with some of their big bodies.
I'd also like to thank Pipework Services, Open Road Cadillac, Blue Nail Exteriors, John F. Rimley, Attorney at Law, Precision Tree and Landscaping, and Metro Exhibits for sponsoring. Long three. Chatham, they got it. Under 4 left to play. Cruiser around one, Paldo. Can she get through the next? She's double teamed now and fouled on the way.
That's going to put Morris Catholic in a little bit of foul trouble with 3 team fouls now. And Chatham, give credit to what Gabba said at the end of the third quarter. Only 1 team foul right now. That's a big difference at this stage.
And it's absolutely huge here. And also, there's been a lot of misses on the Morris Catholic side that's helped them out. Cruiser, again, trapped. Going to have to work her way around Edelman. Not an easy thing to do. Semioli, back for Hogan. Finding Cruiser, who just looks gassed right now, running on pure adrenaline as the 33. Cruiser off her own sneaker, and just an unfortunate bounce there for Chatham. Here comes Paldo, though, crashing outside. Edelman spots up for 3 and rolls away. Edelman is now 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. Cloud heaves way high off the second step. This is a long 2 and doesn't fall.
She was maybe back one more step. That would have been a knockdown 3, but instead it missed 2.
And Christian, I know that Morris Catholic have those big bodies and shot blockers as Edelman can't get that one to fall. But you almost imagine, especially with these 3 team fouls against Morris Catholic, you got to try to get something to work from the paint.
Yeah, the way that this game's been going, I 100% agree with you at this point. The threes are just not raining right now on Morris Catholic's end. And for Chatham, it's been a lot of Cruiser, but you can tell she's been out here every minute of this contest. She is getting gassed as this game progresses. And that's not a knock on her, obviously. Playing an entire game of basketball throughout the entirety, that's a smart timeout right there.
Good timeout over for Chatham, and this one is brought to you by our friends at Metro Exhibits, a full-service trade show company with 3 locations across the country in New Jersey, Orlando, and Las Vegas. We sell and rent trade show exhibits for any industry and also provide the services that go along with the exhibit, including the trucking and on-site labor. All services including exhibit design, graphic printing, furniture, audiovisual, and any other service required for these exhibits is all done in-house at one of our 3 facilities. Please visit metroexhibits.com or email Phil Zamlut at pzamlut@metroexhibits.com. PA guy brought up a good point. We've got Chatham Morris Catholic boys basketball tomorrow night at 7, as well as the Somerset County Finals, which will be earlier on in the day, and the District 7 wrestling tournament happening as well at 2:30 over at Warren Hills. So Big State Sports, your place for playoff action. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button. or email Sue Lamello, sue@bigstatesports.com, to see how you can get your game on the air. 48-39. The Crusaders, it is a comfortable lead, Christian, unless Chatham is able to get a couple of points on the next possession.
You're exactly right. The way that Morris Catholic has been shooting right now, it almost is like you flipped a script of how this game has gone so far. Morris Catholic couldn't miss a three-point shot. Matus was hot. The Paldos were on fire. And now it seems like they've completely gone ice cold, and Chatham's been able to take advantage of that and getting Cruiser involved. But to make this offense a little bit more dynamic, you need another shooter out there for Chatham.
Morris Catholic only had 3 points this quarter. Bounce pass. Hogan. Alvarez. And they got to find some sort of space. And what do we got? Do we have 3 seconds? We got a hold going on down low. And that one went against Maya Paldo. That is the 4th team foul against Morris Catholic. And now, Christian, you got to just try to bruise inside if you're Chatham. Try to get to the line, get a couple of three-point plays, as the Hewland-Ells are going to try to calm down their own side and have a little chat with the officiating crew as well.
Well, he was screaming for a timeout right there, and he didn't get one right away, so that's what he's clamoring about. But at the end of the day, that's not their fault. But regardless, right now, for Morris Catholic, you've talked about what they need to do inside the paint. You have a decent lead right now.
I'm saying Chatham needs to bruise inside the paint.
That's true.
Yeah.
For
Morris Catholic can do whatever they want at this point. I mean, even though they've been missing, they're able to control the game quite well. No, Christian, I think Chatham have to go inside.
I think Chatham do have to go inside as well. And, to that point a little bit more, the way that Cruiser's been shooting, she's been the hot hand all game long, but you need someone else involved. At this point, it can't all fall on one player. It's got to be a unit out there. And at this point, you got to have another shooter that's going to be able to knock down shots for your team. You need someone to step up in these key situations. It can't be all Cruiser here. It just can't be. If you want to be able to beat some of the better teams in New Jersey, you need to get some other people involved here, and that's what's going to be the difference maker. If Chatham can get that, they can find themselves right back in it.
They certainly could. Cruiser's got 18 points in this game. She is the leading scorer among both teams. Both Paldos with 12, by the way. So they account for exactly a quarter of the scoring each.
I'm sure they're used to that.
Oh, yeah, as 10 have come from Matus. And then various threes throughout from Brown, Bonfante, and Edelman. LaBeach has dropped in a couple on free throws. 48-39 in our Einhorn Barbarito game of the week. This is lobbed away, hands in the air, and it's picked up by Mia Paldo. Paldo stops, launches from 15 feet, and bounces away. Rebound, Edelman controls the basketball. Edelman feeds outside to Maya Paldo, and they're just going to slow this one down. Chatham have to put some pressure. I know you don't want to give her some lanes to the outside, but you got to make them shoot this basketball at some point. Paldo, free lane, up in the air, over Cloud, and gets fouled on the way up.
Foul number 23.
And she took a hard hit on her way to the floor, too.
Helped up by her teammates immediately. Coach Rahim has ditched the sport coat at this point.
Yeah, it's getting hot in here.
Now he's going to roll the sleeves up, too. I don't blame him. I can't believe that he kept the sport coat on the entire time. This is too intense for that.
Honestly, he looks better without it on.
I mean, listen, this is just a well-dressed man.
Yeah.
Paldo is okay. She's back and headed to the line. She's got 12 points in this final.
Yeah, that's always a tough spot when you land right on your back, and always can be a little bit of a stinger at first, but eventually it goes away a little bit over time.
They can increase the deficit of Chatham to 11. It's now 10.
It's got to be your best perfect 2-minute drill, almost like if you were in football for Chatham here.
Paldo doesn't get the other one. She has 13 points. Her sister with 12. Semioli inside, away. Alvarez for 3, way off the mark, and pulled down by the Crusaders. Back the other direction. Storming inside, it's poked loose. They have Cruiser ahead. Moving over towards Cruiser, back inside. Alvarez, left-handed hook, off the glass, it can't fall. And now back for Matus. Matus lays it up and in. And 90 seconds for Morris Catholic to hang on to this dozen-point lead. Cloud gonna have to knock down this 3 ball. Can't get it to go. Rebound, pulled back down by the Cougars. Simioli lays it up, and that can't fall. It's just snake-bitten currently are Chatham. And Christian, they were red hot to start this quarter. And then just right here at the end, it looks like they may have just run out of gas against one of the more elite teams in all of the United States.
Yeah, I mean, that's no knock on Chatham either.
No.
They've been able to hang all game long with this Morris Catholic team, and when you felt like that they were out, they started to get a little bit of a rally back in themselves. And I mean, just a really, really good performance by Chatham, but you got to give credit to Morris Catholic again. And they've been as advertised.
And there's a foul from Cruiser. In this game, Christian reminded me a lot of the first Rocky movie, right? Did Rocky Balboa, did he beat him, Apollo Creed? No, but he went 12 rounds with the champ, and I certainly think that's what Chatham did. I mean, look at the difference between the last time these two teams played. It's such a huge improvement between the two because this is Morris Catholic's best edition. Chatham lost that game by 32 points. Right now, they trail by just 12.
Yeah, and these are the best two versions of these teams. A lot of seniors, and their best players being seniors. And I mean, Chatham, they're ranked number 5 in the state for a reason. It's because of what they've been able to do this season against some of the top competition in all of New Jersey, like Manasquan, for example. I mean, Manasquan is number 6, and Chatham beat it by 20. So they are as good of a team as you could find in New Jersey. It's just Morris Catholic is having a generational type run.
They certainly are. They are on their way to winning 4 in a row again. The last time they did that was from 2012 to 2013. The longest run, as there's Maya Paldo ever, it's actually Hanover Park. They won 6 in a row. They won all 6 of their championships in a row from 83 to 88. Which is just unbelievable.
It's like a Patriots dynasty run right there.
Seriously. And then they've never won since. Paldo. Again, she's got 14. Our player of the game is brought to you by Blue Nail Exteriors, and you can check out that interview as this one is laid up and in, and that'll close it out. That's Mia Paldo. She's up to 15, and Christian, I don't think there's any coming back for this.
I don't think so either. And at this point, Chatham gave all that they had.
There it is. Folston's third block. She stays on average.
You're exactly right. Yeah, that's pretty unfair in there. I mean, Folston, if there's anything inside the paint, and granted it's a foul there, but at the same time, if there's anything inside the paint, there's nothing getting by her.
No, you can't. You just can't do it. I mean, remember that game they had against Gill St. Bernard's where they have Gandhi Melo Marmol over there who's 6'6"? Locked her down the whole game. She's headed to UConn.
Exactly.
If you can defend somebody that's committed to one of the greatest women's basketball programs in the history of anything, you're doing something right down there.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right.
Few substitutions coming in. I can't believe, by the way, Christian, how many coaches I'm seeing from other programs that are attending. I've seen Villa Walsh's coach. I've seen Mendham's head coach, and those are just the ones that I could spot. Everybody here on hand for this game, and what's been incredibly well played by both sides.
Yeah, I mean, when you have two teams that are as good in New Jersey as they've been, it's pretty much impossible to say no to come to a game like this.
No. And we thank everybody for tuning in here on Big State Sports. His first one is dropped down by Semioli. He's got a couple more check-ins coming in from the Chatham Cougars. Even at the very end, Coach Gaba making sure that his players are doing everything the right way. They'll just dribble this one out. And that'll close this one out. Morris Catholic, Christian Copen, have won for the 4th year in a row. The number 2 team in the country takes down the number 5 team in the state, and the dominant run continues for the Crusaders.
And you can see Coach Ulanell holding up the number 4 in a row for the Morris Catholic Crusaders. What a game. I mean, it's everything that we anticipated from Morris Catholic. A lot of threes early. Had their struggles in this game, no doubt about it, but that's what makes good teams good, and what they've been able to do and execute when it matters most. A 14-point win against number 5 team in the state. Again, I mean, just a phenomenal job for the Crusaders, and give Chatham a lot of credit too. They showed a lot of heart, a lot of energy out the get-go. That first quarter was pretty much as perfect as you could ask for from the Cougars. Just not enough tonight, but you know, give a huge props to what Chatham was able to do. They hung around with one of the best teams in the nation.
Morris Catholic have now won 16 of 21 Morris County tournament, 76% success rate when they enter. And again, hats off to Chatham. Cruiser played a heck of a game. I believe she had 18 points in this contest. You know, Chatham did everything they could. They just went up against a behemoth, a juggernaut, if you will, in the Morris Catholic Crusaders, who have now, for the second time in their history, won 4 Morris County tournaments in a row, and the second time this century getting that done. That unbelievable job by them. As we'll stick around here for the awards ceremony, as both teams are actually going to get a breather before the award ceremony, which I feel like is kind of appropriate here.
Oh, yeah.
Because both, I mean, again, to Chatham's credit, they emptied Morris Catholic's gas tank. They barely scored at all over at the end of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a competitive and physical game from the moment that this game started and from the moment the tip-off happened. A rightfully deserved break, and a lot of the starters were out there for the whole game, and especially for Chatham's point of view. I mean, Cruiser was out there the entire time, and she gave it all that she had, and she put in a great performance as a result. And, you know, she's got to stay out there against just such a well-coached, well-run organization in Morris Catholic. You said 76% win rate.
Yes, when they make it to the final, they win it 76% of the time.
That's better than my math grade, that's for sure.
By the way, Chatham won that fourth quarter 11-9, so they locked it down defensively when they had to. They just couldn't stop with the misses at the very end of the game, and of course only scoring 15 points combined between the second and third quarter. That's really what got them there. Besides that, they were there pound for pound, you know, over with this Morris Catholic Crusaders squad, as both teams, Christian, are poised for some pretty nice runs coming up over in the state tournament as well.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you know, you look at a team like Morris Catholic, and you look at a team like Chatham, you know, the fact that these programs have grown exponentially over the last couple of years. Morris Catholic's been pretty much a mainstay up there, but Chatham especially, to take the leap into the top 10 in the state this year by a lot and a multitude of rankings, just really shows how far this program has come and what Coach Gab has been able to do. Because, you know, this wasn't a performance like last year where they were not able to hang around with them for as long as they would have liked. I mean, this was a 14-point game. They gave everything that they had here tonight. And you can tell that Chatham, you know, went out with a lot of heart today, and they showed that they can hang around with just about anyone.
So here we go with the awards presentation here. So we'll turn it over to the public address.
The Cougars of Chatham High School head coach, Joe Gaba. Your championship plaque. The Crusaders of Morris Catholic, head coach Raheem Hulanel. This is Morris Catholic's fourth consecutive Morris County Tournament Championship. Championship plaques are awarded to the following from the Crusaders of Morris Catholic. Number 1, Jax Edelman. Number 2, Maya Paldo. Number 3, Mia Paldo. Number 5, Morgan Fulston. Number 10, Kennedy Brown. Number 13, Anastasia Bonfante. Number 15, Peyton Williams. Number 20, Daniela Matus. Number 24, Ashley LaBeach. Assistant coaches, Maurice Boyd, Mark Barron, Corey Baskerville, Aaliyah Huvenel, and your head coach in his first season as a Crusaders head coach, Mr. Raheem Huvenel.
All right, and that should close things out here. We will see the same two schools, different genders though tomorrow. We got the boys team hanging out with us here on Big State Sports, as well as the Somerset County Final. Oh wait, we got some all tournament team. Never mind. Let's turn this one up.
From Morristown, Noel Abazanten. From Chatham, number 13, Mia Semioli. From Chatham, number 33, Ella Cruiser. From Morris Catholic, Daniela Matus. And your Aaron Niswan, most valuable player from the Crusaders of Morris Catholic, for her third time in the last 4 years, number 3, Mia Paldo. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we'd like to thank the County College of Morris for hosting our tournament directors. Mrs. Jennifer.
All right, and that'll wrap things up. Again, don't miss us tomorrow on Big State Sports as we got the District 7 Wrestling Finals for the boys. We have got Morris Catholic taking on Chatham for the boys basketball finals in the Morris County tournament, and we've got both the boys and girls Somerset County finals. Also, Chatham will be competing for the swimming state championships over on Sunday, so be sure to go and support them. But for everybody here, for Caleb Mueller, your eye in the sky, for Brian Scott producing, for Christian Cove, my broadcast partner, my name is Zach Small, and reminding you, as always, to stay frosty. And we'll see you tomorrow for more finals here on Big State Sports. Maya Paldo missing from 2. 0 for 2 are Morris Catholic from the floor so far. Chatham have yet to take a shot as they can't get one this time either. Mia, bounce pass behind the back over to Maya, and that's the chemistry that can only be built. They've taken 3 shots. They've held Chatham to no field goal attempts in the first almost 2 minutes. Tipped up, maybe that changes. Finally, over from beyond the stripe and in. There we go with a 3 from Ella Cruiser. We're all tied up. It's absolutely wild. How often do you see that in a county tournament final? It's insane.
You don't see it very often at all.
Back over to the corner. Another 3 ball and splashes down. And there we go. The first made 3 for Daniela Mattis. Active hands all around, but unfortunately for Mia Paldo does not get it to drop down. Now pushed to the outside. Another long 3 ball. Mattis drops it down. Daniela Mattis, she's got 6 points. Mattis looks up. Thought that she took too many steps. Here's a shot from beyond the arc. It's just too easy for them, Christian. And this one is Kennedy Brown. 3 made threes in a row. And it's more movement inside from Hogan. Lost control. Uses her wide wingspan, though, to pick it up. Another shot from way downtown. And it's picked up by Grace Cloud.
Grace Cloud.
Chatham on this defensive glass today. Taken back, though. Morris Catholic with another free possession. That's a team you just can't let them do it. And there's a foul after the fact. That is going to be a problem for them. You got a feeling they got to score right here before the clock hits double zeros. Double team trap. Bounce pass inside. Another chance off the glass, and there she goes. Vaughn Deuce to LaBeach. Now back to the top. Edelman. Everybody's touched the basketball. LaBeach calling for it inside. Here's a shot wide open for 3. And you can't let that happen too often. Jax Edelman drops it down 20-14. Now a chance for a 2-for-1. Back up. Paldo drops it.
Yeah, you can't let that happen there. And the biggest thing that led to that was the swing pass from Paldo over to Edelman, because both the
up deep, touched up by Cruiser, battle for it inside the paint, goes off a couple of sneakers, now volleyed up in the air, big pickup by Cruiser, and she's fouled on the way. Dear Neptune, Christian, was that a series of events? And how about the way that Maya Paldo is covering Cruiser right now? Big size disparity. Off the screen, though, 3 ball is down! Arden Alvarez rains down the 3. And they've cut this deficit now to 2 possessions.
They needed that more than they needed water right there. That was a huge, just momentum. Oh, wow.
Oh, here's Paldo breezing through. What a play. And knocked down after the fact. That was Maya by 3, which is the same that happened in the first. Another move to the inside, hands up and down. Mia Paldo drops down another 2. She's up to 7 now. As the Twins starting to catch. Here's Maya Paldo in transition. Oh, what beautiful moves around Cruiser. Now for 3, a long 3. She's got it. Oh, what a transition play by the Paldo. A bounce pass over to Edelman. Made her only 3-point attempt earlier. To give it over to Brown. Brown to Paldo for 3. How did she do that, Christian? There was just so much. But again, that final hump is always the most difficult one, unless you're Morris Catholic, of course. Here's Cruiser, and that's a nice answer from Ellie Cruiser.
Yeah, too much separation there for Cruiser, and she was.
It's certainly this group. Paldo from way away. She's got it. Oh my goodness, Maya Paldo.
And that
comes Cruiser. Cruiser with plenty of Crusaders to beat as she's forced to peel to the outside. Almost impossible to break away cleanly on the Crusaders, as this is a big time block. Well, that's what she's known.
It has. They have not been the sharpest of shooters, at least in this third quarter. They got off to a good start, as we said, but they've cooled off considerably.
Matus trying to drive off the glass. She's got it. Daniela Matus. The back iron, picks up her own rebound. Semioli now back over to Cloud, double teamed. Over to the top with plenty of space to glide in is Hogan. Oh my goodness. And can't get it to fall. Matus has missed her last 5 3 balls. Here comes another one from Edelman, though, and she gets it to go. And she's the next generation of this beyond the 3-point line in this contest, forced to give it to Cloud. Cloud working it in. Cloud is blocked by Edelman. Getting a hand in on there. Now it is a foul, but they'll take that any day.
In this fourth quarter, but I mean, you know, getting off to a good start. Yeah, close counts and horseshoes and hand grenades. So at this point.
Here's a 3 from Cruiser.
That's what they needed.
Close enough that she made it. There, Paldo pushes it, rolls away, and just short 10 feet away from the timeline. Now picked up. Here's Cruiser. Again, tough to break away on this team as Paldo cuts her off. Cruiser with hands. She's got it. It's become a tight affair. The last time wasn't even close between these two teams. This is a real fight. Shot from 3 from Bonfante. And they needed that one. That is her first field goal of the game.